Friday, May 22nd. Yes, Friday, May 22nd. It's 8:12 in the morning. I am heading into the office. However, I had to make a pit stop because my son, bless his heart, yesterday was the last day of school and he forgot to tell me that, well, okay, in his defense, his teacher had already emailed me to tell me that he had 3 library books that were still out. This was like Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, perfect. You know, me trying to be proactive. I'm like, son, you know, I'm gonna put your library books in your backpack. Make sure you take them, you know, you give them to your teacher. And so, or maybe this was Wednesday. Yes, this was Tuesday night. So then Wednesday morning, you know, the day went by, whatever. I didn't even think to ask him. And then yesterday, with being the last day, he didn't say he forgot, so I just kind of assumed that he did. That's where I went wrong. And you know, the last day of school, they normally don't need to bring their backpack, so I didn't even think to look in his backpack before I came to pick him up from school yesterday. And then, of course, yes, I'm like, son, did you return your library books? And then, of course, he gives me that face that he did not. And so anyway, I am at the school right now. I'm getting ready to drop these library books off and then head into work. School is officially over. Today is the first day of summer. And I'm probably going to, I don't know, my son he's 10. And so he's at that age where he wants to be at home on his own. He really doesn't, I mean, he's, you know, independent enough to where he could be at home on his own. But at the same time, it's kind of like, he probably needs some type of summer program. So I don't know, gonna look into maybe like the Boys and Girls Club. I live in like North Texas, so I'm thinking maybe Frisco or McKinney. They have like a Boys and Girls Club where they offer like a summer program. So I need to get on that. So hopefully I'll be looking into like some options for him for the summertime. Right now, we're not gonna worry about it. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, so I'm gonna just let him live his best life. But I'm going to drop these books off and call you right back. All right, that is done. I will say though, I think even though, you know, when the summertime hits, I feel like it's kind of like bittersweet, right? Because part of me is like, yeah, yay, I don't have to get up to get you ready in the morning. But then of course it's kind of like, well, where are you going for most of the day while I'm at work? I think this is like the challenging part of being a working mom. And of course I own a business too, so let's not even bring that to the forefront. But it's really challenging, especially, you know, as a single mom. And I do have a younger sister that lives here, but she also works, you know, so it's kind of like, what do we do with our kids during the summertime? So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to find some type of summer program that's not like $1,000 for 8 weeks. But yeah, struggles. But yeah, I'm getting ready to head into the office. I love Fridays because we are only open till 3 o'clock on Fridays. It's not a long day like normally Monday through Thursday. And I'm a salary manager, so I'm very blessed in the respect that I don't have to clock in and clock out. I also am a traveling salary manager, so I do have some variety in my day where I'm not at the same location every day. If you don't know, in my last vlog, my last video, I shared that I am a front office manager for a pain management practice. And I'm very grateful that I have this job. I have this additional source of income. But, you know, I think just adjusting my lifestyle to the 9 to 5, you know, it has its pros and cons. But all in all, I'm really grateful. I'm blessed. I try my best not to focus too much on the things that I really can't control. I think what I try to keep in mind is that I'm blessed. I have a sound mind. I have the means to take care of myself and my children, and I'm grateful. So Fridays we are out of the office at 3 p.m., which is nice because I feel like it helps to kind of, give you back a little bit more of your afternoon. And depending on like what my week looks like, I try to use Fridays to do like absolutely nothing unless I have to have a consult or a meeting with a client. I try my best to do absolutely nothing on Fridays. So, and I don't know what the title of this day in my life little mini vlog is going to be, but I've always wanted to do, or I wanted to do vlogs. I feel like I started this channel with doing kind of vlogs versus just like sit down videos. And again, I really didn't feel like the content was true to me. And I will say the insecurities that I think we all have, especially like I'm 41 and I'm just now kind of starting to want to post my life or share my life with the world and start a YouTube channel. And the insecurities I think at least I have, and you may have them too, is like my life is kind of boring. and I don't want to say it's like that every day. I just feel like it's kind of just, it has some mundaneness to it. It's like I get up, I have my morning routine, I spend time with God, I read my Bible, I make me a good cup of coffee, and I just kind of get started with my day. If it's a school day, then I'm getting my son ready for school and dropping him off and then heading into the office. If it's a weekend, the same morning routine sticks no matter what day of the week it is, and that's just how I keep myself grounded. But I feel like, there's not much like quote unquote excitement to my day. But I think that that's okay. I think a lot of us have that type of life, right? And even though you may feel like your life is boring or mundane, it doesn't mean that you don't have something to share or that someone might not be inspired by your content. And so I'm pushing through my insecurities of feeling like I really don't have much to post and I don't have much to share. So yeah, this is me doing that. Today is just gonna be a normal Friday. I do have a wedding that is in Indiana at the end of June, 4 days before my birthday to be exact. And I am going to be working on those things this weekend for sure. But today, I think I just kind of want it to be a let's get through the work day. I do have I have a leadership meeting this afternoon that I need to prepare for when I get to the office. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of what my day is going to be like. I did go grocery shopping yesterday, and of course, because now I have my son at home, I'm getting ready to eat me out of house and home. I mean, and I guess I really can't say that because he is the pickiest eater. Like, that boy will eat chicken tenders and french fries. That's pretty much it. He'll eat some fruit here and there, but vegetables, it's like getting him to eat vegetables is like pulling teeth. So I don't know who can relate to that, but pickiest eater. But it's like it's the snack situation. So I gotta almost limit the amount of snacks that I buy so that he doesn't eat everything that's in sight because it's sitting in the pantry and he knows it's there and he's just gonna eat it just because it's there. So I did go grocery shopping yesterday and got everything that I needed to get for the next week or so. So I definitely want to try to cook something today. Not really sure what. And really sometimes Fridays are normally like my eating out day, but I kind of eat out a little bit throughout the week, so I'm kind of trying to make up for that. So I'm going to cook something for dinner. Not sure what yet though. Probably something simple though, so that I can just kind of, enjoy my Friday evening. But all right, I am so tempted to stop and get me a matcha or coffee. I just had a coffee too. I've been up since about 5:45. That's kind of between 5:30 and 5:45 is the time I wake up every day. And y'all, the struggle is real when you want to. And again, I'm not against the girls that are, you know, the matcha and coffee girlies, because I definitely consider myself to be one. I just try my best not to stop and spend $8 every single day on a matcha or on a coffee. But you know, what do we tell ourselves? Girl, you've been working hard all week. You deserve it. And I don't know. Let's just say if you see me stop at Starbucks after this clip, that means I gave in. If you don't, that means I decided against it. All right. I'll see y'all at the office. Okay.
And it's gonna pop up right here, I think, and it's gonna say, "What can I help you with?" And then I'm gonna put, like it's AI, so it'll go over all of our stuff that's on there. So it's gonna say, "Can you tell me, the the rules and regulations for hygiene?" And it'll pull from our handbook, and then it'll say like,
Hey, just letting you know that I'm gonna swap the schedule. So you and Priscilla. So everything that would have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is gonna get pushed back a day. So that way you won't be frontline again. So Priscilla will be frontline on Tuesday. Just letting you know. Okay. Okay. I'm I'm heading out in about 5 minutes, I would say. I'm starving, like have not ate anything all day, like about to die. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm heading out in a little bit. So, ooh, yeah, I'll be in Sherman Tuesday though. So, but I'll check in with you guys. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay, bye.
What can I start for you?
Hi, yes. I would like an orange chicken bowl, please.
What rice or chow mein side would you like?
The fried rice.
What else can I get you?
That'll be all.
Want to add a pomegranate pineapple lemonade?
No, thank you.
Okay. Your order comes to $9.20. Please pull forward to the window.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. I know I said that I was not going to eat out today. But with the meetings that I had today and just work in general, we are out on Monday since it's Memorial Day. I have not had anything to eat. All I had was a cup of coffee today, and it is almost 3:30 in the afternoon. So, and then I just realized that everything I have is in the freezer. Yep. So, and the way my stomach is rumbling right now, there's just no way. There's no way I can wait until 5 o'clock to eat. So, yeah, I just don't come for me, and don't judge me, because listen, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can.
You have a bowl of fried rice, orange?
Yes.
Any sauce for that?
No, thank you. So yeah, I am gonna take, because I was really thinking about making some salmon today. So I still am gonna take it out of the freezer, and I may just, I don't know, with me having something to eat now. Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. With me getting something to eat now, I think I may just do like a yogurt bowl or something before I go to bed, if I am a little hungry before I go to bed. But I will be for sure, I will be making that salmon tomorrow. But yeah, I had quite a few meetings today, and I did not put this window up. And you know what? I didn't make time to eat. So I'm not going to say that I didn't have time. I just didn't make time to eat. I wanted to get all of my admin work done because, again, I travel. So, and I will be traveling next week. And so I really didn't. And with me only having a 4-day work week next week, I didn't want to have all of those little to-dos still hanging over me next week. So I had to lock in and get some work done. So I did start a habit of meal prepping, and I still am more consistent than I was when I initially started last year sometime. But this is the value, I know for sure, of meal prepping, is that you don't have the struggles of trying to figure out what you're going to eat throughout the day. You have something packed for lunch. So, you know, hey, we give ourselves grace, and we're just doing the best we can every day. So I'm definitely not even gonna make a big deal about it. I'm just gonna eat this orange chicken bowl and enjoy the rest of my Friday.
so we had to get pretty creative in the kitchen. When I first saw those ingredients, I thought, is it possible to throw out food you haven't even eaten yet?
My mom was a great cook. I remember every night her food would bring my dad to tears.
Sorry, babe, where's never mind.
With our dog. Wait.
Y'all, let's just talk about how I have ran out of iPhone storage. So now my phone is acting wonky and it will not let me record. So I have to literally take some time to download some photos and stuff like off of my phone to get some more storage. How ridiculous is that? Anywho. Hi, son.
I'm going.
He's eating his popcorn, per usual. But yeah, like, I'm like really tripping over here, y'all. Like, I didn't literally ran out of iPhone storage. Like, what is going on? So, anywho, I tried to dump as much as I could off of my phone so that way I could have enough storage to finish this vlog. But anywho, but yeah, I hopped on my laptop for a hot second because I needed to send a couple emails. I just found out a couple of a particular vendor that my bride was wanting to secure does not have her date available. She will be out of town, and so then I had to send a few emails to the designer to make sure we could get the right vendor for this wedding. So I had to do that. That was time, you know, that had a sense of urgency to it. So I had to do that. But yeah, let me put you guys up for a second because I feel like I've been real chit-chatty in this vlog, but you know, it's been a few weeks since I posted. So, you know, I just have to catch y'all up on stuff. Hold on, let me put y'all up for a second. Well, not up, but just put y'all down for a second. But yeah, so I do not know if I want to take a nap, but I feel like it's almost 6 o'clock. It's like 5:45. So, yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock, and I'm just like, I do not. Let me turn this light on. Okay, that's much better. I don't know how to take naps. I don't know how to take naps like normal people, you know, like 10-15 minute naps. I don't know how people do stuff like that, because when I say I'm gonna take a nap, it's basically like 7 hours. Okay, I'm being exaggerative. It's like maybe 2-3 hours. So if I go to sleep now, I'm going to be like wide awake tonight, and I'm not trying to have that. Not trying to have that at all. See, this is my problem, right? I am so type A that, like, even when I say I'm going to relax and chill, I don't. Like, I'm always trying to find something to do, and I have been really trying to do better with that. Like, if I say I'm going to relax, then I want to just do that, and I don't. It's like my brain is just like, okay, I have some time. I could do this. I could do that. Like, I can never just almost like do nothing. I don't know why my brain is like this. But yeah, I just, I really, really struggle with that. And I think I'm especially when I'm super busy most of the time. So when I do have downtime, instead of just using it as like, time to actually truly relax, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I got some downtime. I could, reorganize my, my closet. I could, you know, so it's like I really fight with myself, or I at least have recognized and I noticed that I do fight with myself about really taking that time. Oh, what is that? Was that a gnat? Anywho, I really do struggle with like taking time for myself. And so I have to catch myself in these moments and just realize like it's okay that I do nothing. I just sit and be still. Especially with now that I've really been trying to get closer to God. I feel like in a lot of moments he tells me that I need to just sit and be still. And so I'm trying to be more obedient to that and listen to God's voice when he tells me it's fine, just rest, just relax. You're gonna work this weekend, so just Lord willing, you're gonna work this weekend. Just relax. So I'm trying to do that. But yeah, I think on I also with Fridays, it's like I feel like a lot of us look to Friday. It's almost kind of like, I just can't wait till it's Friday. And I just don't want to have that type of life. So I do try my best to kind of somewhat romanticize what I can throughout my normal weekly schedule. Because then I feel like I look so forward to Friday so much that I want to be, I want to take the rest, but I also want to be intentional with my time, and that aside from me working my 9 to 5, that I'm using my weekends to really move, do things that move the needle, that put me in a position, more importantly, financially, to not have to work as much as I currently do now. I mean, am I in a good position financially? I'm not doing too bad for myself, but I mean, it's like, I think the time freedom is everything. And I really feel like I've been forfeiting my time for money in this season. But again, just trying to embrace this season that I'm in and understand that God has us in current seasons for certain, for different reasons. Whether I'm learning a lesson right now, whatever that lesson may be, I'm just trying to keep my heart and mind open to God's guidance as to where I'm at currently in life right now. But yeah, so I really think that I want to read a little bit. I started reading that Let Them book by, I think it's like Mel Robbins, I believe is her name. And I think I want to go ahead and read a little bit and light a candle, and just sit and just relax. So I think I'm gonna just do just that, and being intentional with how like my days end and how my days begin. And I try my best not to have my phone like not to be in my phone at least like an hour before I know I'm ready to go to bed. And I don't know about you guys, but at this age, ma'am, I like to be showered and in my PJs by like 8:30. So then that way I'm in the bed and I'm rubbing my feet together like by 9, and I'm knocked out between 9:30 and 10. So, and this is not even considering the fact that my son does not, even if it's the weekend or my son doesn't have school or has school in the morning, this is just the schedule. And I feel like it's super important, especially as you get older, that you have a good sleep schedule. So I'm super, super strict on my sleep schedule. I do not play any games about my sleep. I do make sure I get enough sleep at night. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just read a little bit. This book is really, really good. It's called the Let Them Theory. It is about Mel Robbins, but I really wanted to share this little paragraph. It says, so the let them theory, it says, this approach is liberating because right now you are living your life and making decisions, trying to anticipate what everyone is going to think. When you let the fear of what people think dictate your choices, you limit your potential and hold yourself back from pursuing what you truly want. It's the reason you procrastinate, doubt yourself, get paralyzed by perfectionism, and most importantly, it's why you wake up every day and avoid the work that would actually help you get ahead. You're so afraid of judgment, you don't take any risk at all. Isn't that what you're afraid of? That you'll be judged? That is, man. And you know what? It's so synchronistic, right? Because in the beginning of this vlog, I just said how my insecurities were getting the best of me, and it's what has prevented me from wanting to post on YouTube. And I just love the synchronicities. I think that is also just, I think that's also a link, right, or a connection to how God speaks to us, because sometimes you can have a thought about something and then you read a book or you have a conversation with a friend, and then it just kind of is like God's way of confirming what you've already been feeling or you've already been thinking. So I love that. But yeah, I'm only on I've only about 7 chapters in, so I just read a couple of chapters, but I'm glad I took the time to do that because that really just gave me the confirmation that I needed. God is good. And I completely forgot. So it's been a few weeks, like I said, that I've posted my last video, and I'm so grateful because I gained some new subscribers since my last video, and I'm just so grateful that you decided to join the family. And I, on Mother's Day or the weekend of Mother's Day, I decided to drive to Indiana, and my dad lives in Memphis, and so my sister, my younger sister, rode with me, and so Memphis is like a halfway point from Texas to Indiana. So we drove into Memphis Friday, stayed at my dad's, got up Saturday, drove to Indiana. My daughter, my only daughter, my oldest, graduated from nursing school on Tuesday. And it was just, you guys, it was just such a beautiful experience. As having adult children, you just seeing them become their own person and really living out their passions is just such a blessing. And so we were in Indiana most of the week. We left Indiana on Wednesday. She got her nursing pinning ceremony, was Tuesday. And so I was just so grateful that I was able to be there to support her for that. And then we left Wednesday, went back to Memphis, stayed overnight in Memphis Wednesday night, and then got back to Texas on Thursday. But yeah, I can't believe I forgot to update y'all on that. My daughter got her BSN and is now announced, or she wants to be a nurse in the NICU. And so yeah, I'm so grateful. I feel like so when she started nursing school, she kind of had a rough patch there, and she was just like, Mom, I'm having my doubts. It's kind of, it's super hard. And, I'm like, listen, anything that God puts on your heart, He will see you through. And He did just that. And I'm so grateful. I feel like another way you can know that you're blessed in life is when God blesses your children. I feel like that's just another confirmation that when your children are blessed, that means that God loves you. And it's just another confirmation of God's love for you when He blesses your children. So I was so grateful. I'm gonna try to put some clips in. I did not take any video or do anything while I was there. I really just wanted to be in the moment. Also, with my older 2 children still living in Indiana, this was my first Mother's Day that I've been able to be with all of my children in a couple of years. So I really just wanted to be in the moment, and I didn't want to have a phone in my face, in my hand, or have a camera in my kid's face. And so yeah, I didn't take much video, but I did take some photos. So I'll try to, if I don't drop any photos here on the screen, I'll try to drop some photos maybe at the end of this, at the end of the vlog. But it was just, man, it was such a beautiful moment. Well, it is It is a little after 8. It's 8:18, and like I said, it's time for me to get in my PJs and get ready for bed. If you did stick around this long in the vlog, I'm so glad you're still here. And drop me a comment, drop me a heart, drop me something that just says you stuck around this long. But this has been a pretty chill Friday night for me, a pretty chill Friday in general, but that was the goal, right? To just have a good Friday and just, enter my weekend with intentionality and with a clear mind. So I do have so much admin work to do tomorrow, and I'm glad that I was able to kind of just chill today and just kind of have a good and peaceful night. So again, thank you so much. If you decided to subscribe, excuse me, if I can get the word out. Thank you so much for staying around, for sticking around and subscribing to the channel. And if you are not new here and you have not subscribed, then girl, what are you doing? Subscribe, be a part of the family. We love God over here. We love Jesus, and we are taking life one day at a time and giving ourselves grace every step of the way. So I'm going to end the vlog here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.